Hey you guys, Tracy Jackson here, the Tax Savvy Nurse, and I'm back again. Finally, it's been a minute. I've been taking a break, not really a break. I've been working really hard, but I'm going to tell you what I've been working hard on. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to really give you guys some clarification on a topic that was presented to me, or I guess some information that was going around amongst travel nurses that talked about how or if they were going to be taxed on their travel nurse pay for responding to COVID. And it wasn't completely correct information. So we are going to dive into that for just a minute or two so I can just clarify that and make sure you guys get the correct information. So before I tell you guys what I have been working on, I want to let you guys know who are new to me that my name is Tracy Jackson once again, and I'm a nurse, but I'm also a tax professional, soon to be credentialed officially as an enrolled agent. And what I do is I actually give customized tax prescriptions, or actually create customized tax prescriptions for nurse entrepreneurs to really help them pay the least amount of taxes and increase their revenue in their businesses. And we do this through strategic tax preparation and tax planning. Okay, very, very important stuff. So now that you know what I do, I'm going to dive right into letting you guys know a little bit about what an enrolled agent does, because I pretty much have been quiet as far as posting any tax content or anything because I've been studying immensely for most of the year. I guess since COVID started, I took the first exam the end of last year and then finished up the last one a month or so ago. And so an enrolled agent pretty much is the highest status that the IRS gives an individual, and it allows them to represent their clients in front of the IRS in all 50 states. So basically for people who may have tax issues that need to be resolved, we can help them to resolve those things, whether they owe a lot of back taxes or need letters or communications with the IRS sent to really try to get their fees reduced, or just maybe in some tax trouble, right? So it gives us the ability to represent our clients on their behalf and really get things resolved. So yeah, it's the status, and we actually do taxes and we do tax planning and we do all of those good things as well. But I think the big difference is we're not CPAs, so I'm not an accountant. People sometimes try to refer to me as the nurse's accountant. And I'm not an accountant because they typically go get like a master's degree and then take testing after they get like an MBA for they take their testing to become a CPA. So it's different than that. And typically a CPA can is certified, or I guess able to work in their state, not in all 50 states. So I do have clients in multiple states, so I can take clients in all 50 states. And so that's how it can help you guys to really know that I will be able to help you with any issues that you may have regarding your taxes. Okay. And so with that, I wanted to also let you guys know what I have been working on. I am going to be getting out an ebook for nurse entrepreneurs. Really giving them the best, tips and deductions that are available that are commonly overlooked for nurse entrepreneurs. So that's going to be really, really helpful for you guys. It'll be free. So look for that. I'm going to make sure that I reach out to you guys, those of you that are on my email list or connected to me on Facebook. I'll definitely put it there to kind of help you guys, especially at the year end mark that we're at. We're going into a new tax season. You want to make sure that if you have any missed deductions that you might have forgot about, or if your books aren't cleaned up, that you really take a look at this information, and it may trigger some things that you may have forgot. I also have an ebook coming out for travel nurses and really highlighting some of the important information that you need to know as a nurse traveler because, ooh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, and I'm going to be giving you just some key things that you want to pay attention to, especially if you're new to traveling or if you are already a travel nurse and there's just some things that totally confuse you and you need some clarification on. So those two ebooks will be coming out. And let me see, what else did I have? I will be posting a video. It will come on Sunday, every Sunday, once a week, on a different topic for you guys to help you, to help you learn something new that might help you regarding your tax situation. I do also plan to do a workshop for travel nurses as well, just because, again, it's a tough tax situation to be in. Sometimes it can be more trickier depending on the person. Everyone's situation is very different, and I think that's what makes it a little bit hard is because every situation, different assignment you take, your living situation, and all of that just can vary so much. And sometimes it's hard for you to get the right answers to if you're doing things correctly. So what I've been doing recently is it's the end of the year, so I've been doing travel consultations or consultations with nurse travelers, basically like compliance sessions, helping them to see if they're compliant with their situation to help prevent them from owing a lot of taxes in the future. So I've been doing a lot of those, and also business consultations for people who may have their businesses set up, um, but they don't know if they're doing it correctly, or they don't know how to track their expenses, or they're just not structured properly, those types of things. So if you guys need any assistance with or needing a business consultation to see if you have things set up properly and everything as far as compliance is concerned, just let me know. Same thing for my travelers as well. So that's kind of what I've been doing recently. And like I said, I had just finished up my enrolled agent. So now I can focus more on helping you all and giving you all information coming up into this next, excuse me, coming up into this next tax season. So that's pretty much it for that. Let's go ahead and look at this travelers information that it's basically, so one of my tax friends had shared with me a picture that was going around in a group. I guess it was a group on Facebook or something like that. And I'm just going to show it to you guys, but essentially they were saying that there was information in the tax code that said that nurses who were traveling, or travelers, emergency workers, I guess they were classifying it as, didn't have to pay taxes. So let's go ahead and look at that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here is the picture that was shared with me, and I guess from this they gathered that they saw emergency workers and figured that they were somehow emergency workers. But I'm going to show you the full picture in just a second. So it says individuals hired on a temporary basis in case of fire, storm, snow, earthquake, flood, or other emergencies are excluded from Social Security and Medicare under the Internal Revenue Code 3121. So that's what was shared. And so I guess they somehow, now again, this was not information from that I was witnessing myself, so I don't know what they were posting like under this picture, but she was telling me that they were saying that they didn't have to pay taxes because or I guess they were gathering from this information that they didn't have to pay these taxes because they were emergency workers. However, that is not the case, and I'm going to show you, and this is what she pointed out to me as well, she went and found where they got this from. And so what this came from is this from the IRS website. Um, they got this blurb from tax withholding for government workers. Okay, government. And so the key here is government workers. So unless you were a nurse that I guess was on an that's a government worker on an emergency assignment that is applicable to these things, then, and most, I'm sure probably 99% of you aren't, then that is not true. Okay. So, and you can see that from that picture, this is the exact information that came from that picture. Okay. So again, I guess some travel nurses were thinking that because they were responding to COVID, this is a pandemic, they're considered emergency workers. However, this information comes from being applicable to tax withholding for government workers that are working on emergency. Okay. So the whole point of this is, number one is to please, 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 with a cherry on top, try not to share information unless you have consulted with someone who understands taxes. Okay. And the problem with this is very hard to try to control the information that gets put out. And like once someone shares something, they get so excited and they share it with all these other people before they have even verified if it's correct. So you can't take like one screenshot and say, oh, nurses don't have to pay taxes, or oh, whatever, whatever the information is, without verifying it or researching it or really understanding the full basis behind it. So the answer is, unfortunately, nurses that were traveling for COVID assignments, that's income. Okay, so it's income. And it's most of the time W-2 income. So W-2 income is taxed at your ordinary tax rate, wherever you fall. And unless you are paid on a 1099 for those COVID assignments, that is different. I haven't heard of anyone yet that was paid on a 1099, basically like as responding as like under a contractor, but I'm sure it could be possible. But most of the time, it's going to be W-2 income. So just keep that in mind, that it's still going to be taxed. And a lot of you some of you made 15,000 a month extra, some of you made extra 100K for the year or even more on top of your regular income that you had. So that's going to be a whole nother tax situation. Okay. And if you didn't have, hopefully you had taxes taken out when you filled out your paperwork from the agency that you were with, but you really want to understand how that income is going to be taxed. And I'll try to do another video on that. But this is something that I wanted to address earlier. It's going to be really, really, it might be an eye opener or a shocker for some people. If you didn't have any taxes taken out of that money, you do owe taxes on it. So hopefully you sent in some estimated tax payments along the way, but probably not. Or at least hopefully you had some taxes taken out. So just wanted to clarify that. If you guys have any questions, please, please consult with your tax professional. If they don't have the information for you, you can always reach out to me. Send me an email, info@taxsavvynurse.com, or you can message me. I don't really give full consultations unless you book an appointment utilizing one of my sessions. So just let me know, just reach out to me, let me know what you think you might need. But definitely look back at some of my other content or videos. You might find some of your answers there. But if you do not have a tax professional and you need one because you don't understand your tax situation, whether you're a traveling nurse or a nurse entrepreneur, let me know, and we can hop on a strategy session, and I can really see what you're actually needing, what your concerns are, and if it will be a good fit for us to work together. So this is an important time, guys. It's end of the year. So you want to make sure that you really understand, um, number one, what's going on or what went on with your taxes last year so you can even better prepare for next year. And that's really the big thing, because once you bring your tax information to us in January or February for this year, everything that happened this year, there's no like finagling that. It is what it is. But what we can do is look at any possible suggestions that can help you save for next year. So just wanted to go over that. Hopefully you guys found that clarification helpful. Share with the nurse who's a traveler so that you can make sure that they don't have misinformation. And if you guys need to reach me, like I said, you can email me or you can inbox me. If you're new to my channel or my Facebook, just make sure you go over and like my business page at Tax Savvy Nurse, where I'll be posting any updates and content there. And then also just make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I will be back once a week with content for you. And I will also post my links to get in contact with me below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please get ready for this tax season coming up. And if you need assistance with that, just let me know. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.